She came straight over, as if she already knew she was safe. One look at her, and it felt like seeing a mix between a bear and a dog, big, fluffy, and completely unforgettable. Her fur was rough and patchy, her eyes full of kindness, but what stood out most was how gentle she was. Even in her condition, she kept offering her paw again and again as if to say, "Thank you." There was no hesitation when the car door opened. She jumped right in, along with her friend who was named Google. They were both rescued together, and leaving one behind wasn't an option, so both came along. At the vet, it didn't take long to understand what she was suffering from. Her skin was irritated and sore, and the diagnosis was clear: mites. A common condition, but still painful and uncomfortable. She needed medicated baths, lots of them. For nearly 2 months, her days were filled with gentle scrubs, soft towels, and the smell of healing ointments. Google didn't stay long. He found his new home quickly. But for her, the focus had to be on recovery first. With her size, some dogs found her overwhelming, so she moved into a quiet foster home where she could rest and heal without stress. There, she learned to relax. She stretched out in the sun. She got used to cozy beds, and she kept offering her paw over and over, like it was her special way of saying, "I trust you." Finding the right foster wasn't easy. Not everyone had space for such a large dog. She was strong but gentle, calm but curious. People often assumed she would be too much to handle. But then, just before Christmas, someone saw her photo and felt something. She looked big, maybe even a little scary at first. But there was something in her eyes, something soft, something hopeful. Curiosity led to a visit. The plan was to foster her for just a few days, maybe 2 or 3, just to give her a place to stay during the holidays. But the moment she walked into the house, everything changed. She met the family one by one. She didn't bark, she didn't jump. She simply walked up and rested her head gently on their hand. When more family came to visit, she greeted each one the same way, kind, calm, and quietly joyful. And when the time came for her to leave, there were tears, real, aching tears. That's when the decision was made. She wasn't going anywhere. She had found her family. From that day on, she became a part of the home, not just a guest, family. She followed everyone from room to room, always nearby, always calm. She loved visitors the most. Whenever the door opened, her whole body lit. She'd wag her tail and bite her blanket with excitement. It was her little habit. She didn't bark or she just held the blanket in her mouth and wiggled with happiness. She made the house feel warm, bigger somehow, soft. Despite her size, she never once acted. She never growled, never showed anger. She only showed love. Every day she gave her paw, just like she did on the very first, as if to say, "I'm still thankful." She had been through so much: illness, discomfort, the uncertainty of being unwanted. But she never let it harden her. She stayed gentle. She stayed hopeful. Now she fills her home with joy. She naps by the couch, watches people cook in the kitchen, and quietly places her paw on a lap when she wants affection. She doesn't ask for much, just to be near the people she loves, and they love her right back. She's not just the biggest dog in the house. She's the biggest heart, the kind that doesn't need words to be understood, the kind that speaks through quiet presence, soft eyes, and a paw gently. Some dogs come into lives like a she came like a no, peaceful, strong, and beautiful, and now she's